Next Level Mindset bringing you another powerful and positive video talking about 3 types of people to stay away from no matter what. I'm going to share my experience, people that I've learned to avoid. Make sure you stay with me on this all the way through towards the end. I've got a 4th type that'll probably surprise you. You do not want to miss this. By the fact that you're watching and listening to this right now, this is confirmation that you value your company, the people that you hang around. This is an early bonus point. Number 1, most people will want you to lower your standards to be with them, but you can make them raise their standards to be with you. We'll talk more about that as we get into this. And if you're new here, my name is Stevon. Make sure you subscribe and become empowered with this family. Love to have you. So the first person that you ought to stay away from is the gossiping type. Those who are always talking about somebody. It took me a while to realize that anyone who's talking to me about somebody else is probably talking to them about me, right? Think about that. Anybody that comes your way talking about somebody else, either making fun of them or just putting them down in any way, they're probably doing the same thing when they're with them talking about you. So it's so important to make sure we don't hang around those who are always gossiping, always got something negative to say about somebody else. And in my life, I've learned that my company is important. The people we hang around has a great deal to do with the area of our lives, things that happen in our lives. So I'm learning to stay away from those gossiping type people. You would be amazed at the things that we say about people that really has a great effect on them. Our words have power. Our words are a superpower. We can speak life or we can speak death. We can speak prosperity and abundance, or we can talk about how we don't have what we need. I like to say I have everything that I need at all times. You know, my affirmations and my words, I'm learning to make those words powerful. But gossiping is just something not on the level of spirituality. Most people who are gossiping to you about somebody else, it's really something in them that they don't see that they need to have. It's really something in them that they see they need. Something in them that they may not feel confident about. It's really something that they see in you that they wish they had for themselves. So be aware of those gossiping type people, always talking about somebody else. Because trust me, if they're talking about them to you, they're probably talking about you to them. Stay away from them, no matter what. And by the way, if you're new here, you've been here before and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Join this family. If you want to stay empowered and inspired together, we would love to have you here as a part of this community. And the second type of person to absolutely stay away from no matter what is the overtalker, the talkative type. They're always talking, always got something to say, and they're always over talking, right? Trying to talk more than you. They always have to have the last word. Yeah, I've learned to avoid those over-talking type people. They're energy drainers. In fact, I drive for Uber and Lyft and even private clients, and some of those riders are the talkative type, right? And I've learned to just let them talk. Reverse the situation. Let them talk about themselves. Turn the situation over to them. I don't mind listening, but I've learned that a lot of people who talk a lot usually don't have very much to say, right? So avoid the talkative, over-talking type at all costs, no matter what. They will drain your energy, and you'll wonder, why am I feeling this way? But if you're watching this right now, you're probably someone who's been around that type. You know the type when you see them. You already started to avoid them. You stayed away from them. They might be asking you why you don't hang out with us anymore. Why are you not being a part of the group anymore, right? But it's so important for us to realize that we don't have to be around those that are not conducive to our next level. We can always choose the company that we keep. And those who are always talking, I know you know someone who's always talking, always over talking. There's nothing wrong with creating a conversation, right? Nothing wrong with creating some dialogue. In fact, let me know in the comments right now which one of these you identify with the most. Which one of these stands out the most for you? I'd like to know that. And the over talker, they always got to have the last word. I've learned to avoid that because my words have power. Their words have power. And if we allow someone to speak something into our lives that is not lining up with what we know God has created for us, that's not next level thinking. And so we have to think outside the box. And I've learned to avoid those type of people no matter what. Your life is so much more important than to choose that. And that's another thing. We're all choosing our company. We're choosing to be around, always making that choice. So if you find yourself around someone who's always talking, saying so much that they really are not saying anything at all, stay away from them. And what if it's someone real close? We'll talk about that coming up in a minute. But it might hurt at first, but it will heal at last. And the third type, the next type of person to absolutely avoid no matter what, is the one who always tells you yes, right? Though always tells you what you want to hear and not what they know you need to hear. I think they're called the yes type, yes man or yes woman, the yes type of people. And after over half a century, it has taken me just this long to realize that most people are not going to tell you what you need to hear. They're only going to tell you what they think is going to make you feel good. And that's the thing when you hang around people. One of my affirmations says that I create win-win situations for everyone around me as I help others to win. And when you're around those who only tell you what they think you want to hear, you really never can reach your next level. You really never can accomplish your goals. You need someone who's going to acknowledge your gifts. You need someone who's going to tell you, follow your passions, follow your heart, do what you know is right. These are the people that we need to be around. We can choose. It is really a choice. Every one of us is making a choice every moment of our lives. Who we're going to be around, the things that we're going to think about, the actions that we're going to take. All of those add up. And when we hang around those who are in line with the spirituality that we practice, that's when we know we can get to that next level. And if you're part of the family, you already know that's how we like to do it to get it done. Next level mindset. That's where it's at. Most people will want you to lower your standards to be with them, but you can make them raise their standards to be with you. We'll talk more about that. But first, I just want to share this with you. Check this out. Just want to give you a sneak peek behind the scenes. One of my songs, Without You, is going to be on my upcoming album entitled Satisfied. And you already know about my brand new single that's out right now. It's called Nobody. Playing everywhere your music is streamed. Put that on your favorite Spotify playlist. Grab a copy from the Amazon site. Do that with the links in the description. If you are enjoying the content on my channel, make sure you hit that like button, share it with someone that sends a computer algorithm signal to let other people know this video. It's definitely worth watching. And you can also support the channel by purchasing my books, Cash App donations, any way you want to do it. There's links in the description for you to do just that. Most people will want you to lower your standards for them, but I have this saying that you can choose to raise your standards to be with me, but I refuse to lower my standards to be with you. So keep that in mind. Never allow yourself to sacrifice your true identity because others have low standards. Never sacrifice what you know is true for you because other people are not on the level of your standards. I like to do things on that next level, right? Outstanding. Good is all right, but great is outstanding. Yeah. So never choose to lower your standards. And one of the things that has helped me is to create my own philosophy, create my own sayings. One of mine says, I might ask for forgiveness later, but I'm not waiting around for permission now. I'm going to do what I know needs to be done. I've got a fourth type. This type of person will probably surprise you. And that is your spouse. That is your wife, your husband, your family members, right? Those who are close to you, your lover, your partner in life. What do you do? What do you do when the one that's closest to you are the ones that are really not really understanding? When they are the complaining type, when they find themselves to be the yes ma'am, yes sir type. Right? What do you do when the wife or your husband is the one that only condemns you for your wrong, never congratulates you when you do well? And what I've learned to do is realize that there's a balance in it. We just have to be patient with them. We all have those. We all have that dark side, and the more we balance it out, the more we correct ourselves, the better our lives will be. In fact, there's others who will try to influence you, telling you what they think you should do. But I want you to know that it's your life, your power, and your choice. And I'll talk more about that in this video right here coming up on the screen. I think there will be a great video for you to watch next. So check that out right now and enjoy it. Thanks again to my subscribers and returning viewers. I wouldn't be here without you. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, share this with somebody right now. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Stay blessed, stay positive, stay true. Until next time, I'll see you on the next level. Peace.